there, book friends. I'm Joan. Welcome to the channel. This is The Book Collector, where I'm on a quest to not just collect my books, but to read them. And so today, I'm going to share a list of books that I didn't finish. Purposefully, not I ran out of time or... So some of them are beloved books, and some are beautifully written that I just could not engage with. So, and that's okay. So if one of my DNF books is a favorite, I'm sorry. But reading is personal, and I'm not about bashing anybody's favorites. I love to hear why it was your favorite if it was something that I didn't get into. And what this is about is just having an honest exchange of sharing of what books we love, why we love them, and if we didn't love something, why we didn't love it. So I think that to my friend Diane, who her sister is the most amazing reader on the planet. And I've had discussions with her and her sister about books, and we don't always agree on what we love and what we don't love, but I'm still super impressed. And so it was Diane who said, you know, it's okay to put a book down if you're not loving it. And so in the case of these 6 books that I'm going to share with you today, I didn't love them. And I didn't feel like it was worth my time and investment and energy into finishing them. Now, maybe I'll go back. I don't think I will. But anyway, okay, so let's get on with it. The first one, well, let me go just for my own place. This was a book club book. Wrong place, wrong time. I know people love this book. I see it hyped everywhere. I was on a cruise, and it was my 25th wedding anniversary. It was our book club book, and I really tried. I'm not sure how far I got. I can tell you, I got decently amount into 205. So about halfway through the book, I just thought it was really convoluted. There's, if I remember, now it's been almost like a year and a half. So there's a murder that takes place, and I think her son is the murderer, and she's got to go back in time to stop the events that lead up to the murder so her son doesn't go to jail. Now there may be a whole lot more to it, but that's what I remember. I'm sure there is, because I only got halfway through. But it just felt so weird, and I don't know, was not for me. But I know people loved it, and maybe it was a mood thing. I don't know. I was on a cruise. It was, you know, a lot of things distracting me. Anyway, I haven't felt the urge to pick it up and try again. The next book, also a book club. I'm starting to see a pattern. That was October of 2023, that one, for Wrong Place, Wrong Time. And this is October 2024, The Things We Leave Unfinished. I didn't give this much of a chance. I don't think it's well written, for one thing. And then my friend who's in book club texted me, and she said, is this line really in the book? This was no longer a simple zing of electricity. It had developed far beyond a shot of lust or a surge of overwhelming desire. The inches between us were thick with need, pure and primal. Yeah, I am not much of a romance person. I was interested in this because of the letters, and I don't know, I like history, but it's just so stinking sappy and a little too Harlequin romance for my taste. Yeah, I will, you know, somebody who loves it is gonna love it, but it was not for me. Okay, also, and I think this was October for my other book club, The Soulmate. I didn't get very far in this. I got to page 70. So a family lives seaside, cliffside, and apparently this particular cliff is where people frequently go to kill themselves. And so I think the book opens with somebody has jumped. They saw people struggling and they're trying to figure out if she was pushed or if she jumped, because there's so many suicides there. There were kids who, I don't know, just not for me. Maybe it's an October thing. I don't know. But so far, all 3 books I DNF were all in October. Maybe I should just give up October as a reading month or read something I know I love. The next book, dang, I love Charles Dickens. And, oh shoot, so Demon Copperhead. I have tried twice with this book, and I know people love it, but it is so depressing. I need a little something. I need some hope somewhere. And I didn't get very far. I'm not sure where I got. I tried one time, got like 4% in. The next time I may have got 8% in. And then I just thought, wow, this is not doing it for me. And it's depressing and I dread picking it up. So why am I doing this to myself? I think that's when my conversation with my friend Diane happened. And she said, you don't have to read it. You know what? I don't. Nobody's making me. This isn't for a class. This is for enjoyment. I'm bummed because I wanted to love it. The next one I also really wanted to love, and this is probably the only one of the group that I may go back to because it is so beautifully written and there were moments of it that I really loved. A Gentleman in Moscow. I know everyone loves it, but here is the issue I had with it. It had long periods of this is really boring. And then, oh, this is so interesting, I'm in. And then long periods, oh, it got boring. Oh, this is getting interesting, I'm in. So I got about halfway through, and there's some great quotes in here I loved. So, you know, I did get about halfway through. But at the end of the day, there were other books that were just pulling my ability to get through the boring bits to get to the good bits. My other friend Ginger says this book, it's best to be, you know, read in all one go because of the numbers of characters and how very similarly they're named. And I get that. So how I like the character. It just was very boring in parts. So I may go back to this one. Okay, my last book that I'm going to talk about is the reason I really hesitated to do this video at all. But if I'm going to be honest, I need to be honest. This is book club book for next month. Lula Dean's A Little Library of Banned Books. So I wanted to be entertained. I wanted to laugh out loud. And I understand what satire is. However, this book made me mad. I got notes in here and I'm scribbling on the pages. It made me mad. It was clear. So I enjoy characters who are written multidimensional. If a character is presented as this characteristic all bad or this characteristic all good, I don't like it because people aren't that way. There is good and bad. And and one can tip one way. Like there may be enough of a bad thing that makes you not want to interact with a person. Fair. But it doesn't make them all bad. And it doesn't mean that one thing makes them all bad. And every character in here is written one thing, all bad, and it skews one way. So there isn't a... I enjoyed Wanda Jean, the old great-grandmother who, you know, feels like her family is trying to commit her and get her money. I enjoyed her character. She did make me laugh out loud. But then we get to the person who is identified as a Nazi. And then the African-American mailman who always knew he was a Nazi. And he picks out... So this is where I got upset. And I remember being on a walk and I was listening to it and I thought, I must have misheard that. This particular character is going to burn a book he disagrees with as protest to other people banning books. Hypocrite much? Now he's seen as the good guy in the right. He's written as not ironic or hypocritical, but as right, because the book, the author clearly, I mean, you know, it's our Confederate heroes. And so, you know, ooh, Southerners, all evil. You know, come on. History is history. It's layers of gray. And it's just not that simple. And then it goes on. She's starting to make fun of the Christian lady in the town who, I don't think this lady knows anybody who is actually Christian. The woman who wrote this, maybe she does, but it's hate-filled. It's not anyone that I know who professes faith would be like that. And so in an effort to, I don't know, I got really, so I wanted to like check myself. Is this me having a reaction because I have a bias or something? So I had a lot of long conversations about this. And my good friend Diane said, okay, it's just time to let it go. You don't have to read the book. So I'm not. And I will get rid of it. I'm not gonna keep it on my shelf. It's not funny. It's mean-spirited. Do I believe in banning books? No, I love books. But I also don't believe in, you know, I don't know, it's just so biased. It's all one direction. You want to show me life in a small town? I live in a small town in the South. I get it. I could make fun of it. I could do satirical things, but I also know that everybody is very much gray. It's not good versus bad. Even the people who do bad things in the small town, they have some good. And yeah, so if it's your cup of tea, I'm not, more power to you. Love it. It's just not for me. I need something better. Anyway, that one made me uncomfortable, and I'm not going to lie. Do I think any of these books had anything in common except for the first half of them I tried to read in different Octobers? I don't know. I don't think there is a theme. So maybe that's a reflection that I'm very much a mood reader and what I'm in the mood for. Sort of like if you go to binge something on, you know, streaming platform, are you going to do 6 hours of Pride and Prejudice, or are you going to do, you know, what's that one with Jackson Lamb on Apple? I love it. Can't think of the name. Shoot. Somebody will know. Anyway, Slow Horses. There it goes. Yay. It depends on your mood. Are you going to watch Pride or Prejudice, or are you in the mood for Slow Horses? Whatever that is. So maybe that's all that they have in common. So have you ever DNF'd a very popular book, or one that has a lot of hype? Have you put it aside to read for another time, or did you just go, not for me? I'd love to know which ones, because I'm feeling very alone. I feel like this is like the reader shame. I'm not liking this book. Everyone likes it. And I don't want to feel that. I think it's okay not to like something, and be okay that everyone else likes it. Yeah, here you go. Sometimes reading the reviews on Goodreads helps. If I'm feeling a certain way and I'm going, is this me? Because everyone loves this book. And then I read, and somebody there will be very articulate, way more than I could be, in a very similarly feeling review to how I'm feeling. And it makes me feel, okay, it's not just me. Others feel this way. Anyway, I didn't want to make this too long, and it's already too long, but it was hard. It's hard sharing stuff you don't like with people who may or may not like it. Anyway, that's all I have for right now, and I'll keep going and plugging along, and we'll see what we have for June. I don't even know what's on my TBR for June. And until next time, keep reading.